What about the children who are refugees?
My opponents make me sick about that. All the wingnuts drive me nuts. Refugees from Syria escape from their land. They're looking hard to find a home wherever they can. When they knock on our doors, Donald Trump, where do you stand?
When they come in from Syria, guess the President Obama, we shouldn't be taking any, because we have no idea where they're from, who they are. They have no paperwork. We don't know if they're ISIS. Just keep all Muslims out. The wingnuts drive me nuts. Nuts, 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 the way to drive me nuts. A splendid way to drive me nuts. If you have a shred of doubt, just screw them all and keep them out.
Now what about gun control? You gonna take all their guns away too?
For the jillionth time, nobody is taking anyone's guns away, okay? There are an estimated 283 million guns in civilian hands. I don't think I can get rid of them all. Besides, we have the right to carry. My approach is common sense. Background checks for everybody. Close the loopholes. 33,000 people a year dead from guns. People are dying. Our children are dying. Our children are killing themselves and their parents. The majority of people use common sense. Why can't Congress? We have to come together and stand up to the NRA.
Yay!
Those Republicans drive me nuts. With 90 people killed by guns every day in public places where these people live, work, and play. It's true we have to limit guns, but what does Donald Trump say?
If they'd had guns, if our people had guns, if they'd been allowed to carry, it would have been a much, much different situation. I will get rid of all gun-free zones in schools. Well, you have to. And on military bases. My first day, it gets signed, okay? My first day. No more gun-free zones.
He absolutely drives me nuts. Nuts, 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 the way to drive me nuts. A splendid way to drive me nuts. Let's put more guns in schools so we can have Wild Western tools.
What else bothers you?
We don't have enough time. I have to wake up and make a speech. I am running for office.
Come on.
Well, I guess immigration is near the top of the list, but I want a world where everyone is accepted. But my opponents continue to drive me batty on that one too. No-brainer driving me nuts. We have illegal immigrants who live here, it's true. They do important jobs that none of us want to do. Donald Trump, how would you handle it? What's your point of view?
The Mexican government is forcing their most unwanted people into the United States. Criminals, drug dealers, rapists. I will build a wall, and Mexico will pay for that wall. And I will shove 12 million Mexicans right through the door of that wall. I love the Mexican people.
Another way he drives me nuts. Nuts, 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 the way to drive me nuts. A splendid way to drive me nuts. Just get rid of them all by shoving them behind a wall. And Dr. Ben, he never ceases to amaze me. An idiot who drives me nuts. Same-sex marriage now is legal in our country today, and 10% of people in our country are gay. The Supreme Court thinks it's fine, but now, Ben Carson, what do you say?
My thought is, marriage is between a man and a woman. It's a fundamental pillar of society. And no groups, be they gay, pedophiles, bestialists, or whatever, can change that.
Ma'am.
And that's why it drives me nuts. Nuts, 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 the way to drive me nuts. A splendid way to drive me nuts. Just assume if you're not straight, well then you must be second rate.